Okay, I've been asked a couple questions a few times to explain some of the things and how and why and who, what, where, all that things of my coin collecting ideas. So I'll try to make a quick video to show you and give you maybe some tips for the beginners and out there that might need a little help. Hopefully this will help. So here we go. All right, a few things that I use. One being a magnet. Comes in handy at times. Now you don't have to have neodymiums or just any good, fairly good magnet. But these are some that I got cheap. A bunch of little ones that I picked up and I use, and they work out real well. And so if you find you go along and you get stuck on something, that gives you something of a hint that maybe that's not exactly a kosher coin, so to speak. Another thing I have is a hand loop. This here is one type. I've upgraded. Let me see. I'll look at this one real close. It is. There's various. Oh, I can't even see this. Various strengths of them, and I can't remember what this one is. But the stronger the better, obviously. So you put this in your eye, hopefully without damaging it, and it gives you a real good close quick view to look over your coins to see. That's pretty cool. To see if you can find any quick spotted errors, anything that gives you an idea that you can set in a separate pile. Speaking of piles, as in these Eisenhower dollars that I've recently acquired, I set them off in piles. These are in by date, so that I can go online and look with some of the other guys and different people, give me a general idea of what I should be looking for on these errors, because I'm not, I'm a beginner. I don't know everything, almost everything, but not everything. So you find some place like in this case the Ike group, and knows I guess more about the Eisenhower dollars than anybody, and they seem to have a pretty good view on and description. It helps me out to find errors or what I should be looking for. I found errors that they don't list, but I found them because they showed me where to look. So that helps out a lot. Let's see, actually there's another one one place that I like to go to get some help, and that's called the Coin Talk. This is a, if it'll come up there, okay, that wasn't their fault, that was mine. It's a forum that helps to talk to somebody, give you some ideas, give me their thoughts on some coins that I have found. Am I going to be rich, or am I just blowing smoke? So it's good to find a good forum like this one here. I like it. They seem to be nice people, and don't give any, not a lot of loudmouths and know-it-alls. People that just say, "Yeah, you're a dummy" or something like that. I don't need that. So you can find a couple places like that. Okay, another thing that I use is this magnifier. Now this one, let me see here. This one is a 60 times magnifier that I picked up someplace and eBay or I showed it in one of my other videos, and I never try to remember this kind of stuff because it just clogs up my brain worse than ever. But basically what this does is you take your camera, let's see, like this, and clip it on the back of your camera, your cell phone camera. Okay, go to the camera part, and if I didn't have it right there. Oh man, it's kind of hard to do here. One-handed, but there. Okay, so now you clip it onto your camera, turn on the white light. It has a white light and a blue light. Blue light helps you with paper currency. White light, obviously, for that reason. And then you can zoom in to things like this one, which is not going to show up real well on this camera the way I'm showing it here, but you get the idea. And of course you can also maybe there, zoom in with your camera there and see different things. Okay, so you just use the zoom on the camera itself to make it even better. Between the two, I have found almost all of my coin errors this way. Okay, now another item. Of course, you can use your cell phone too to zoom in if you've got a really good camera. You know, and I'm not bashing anything, okay? But a lot of people like us, iPhone, iPad, I stuff. You know, if you don't care the fact that you have to use Apple stuff only, well, that's a good product, and you can use that to make your videos. And I do some videos on my phone. It's just not as convenient, not as easy to do it as if I had in this camera an external or internal SD card that I can just pull out and stick into my computer and download it a whole lot faster and easier than that way. Okay. Speaking of cameras, I do use a bunch of cameras. This one here is kind of like some that you'll say, I'm not going to say the name because I don't like those cameras. They're just too stinking difficult, too goofy, too expensive. And I picked this one up, I think it was like $6, and it came with all of the underwater add-ons and chest plates. No, you know, it came with everything I needed to do all kinds of little goofy trick stuff, and it does a great job. So, you know, why pay the big bucks when you don't need to, and when you ain't got it. Okay. The another camera here is a camera I've had for many years, and it's an expensive Sony that does some nice job for video and for still shots. So that works well. Just the reason I have a few different cameras is because sometimes I like to set them up different ways and get maybe some different views. Okay, the next thing here is this magnifier. I bought the magnifier separately. It came with a little stand, a little small stand, which came in handy at times. This is a 1,000 times zoom. It has it has a quick button zoom. That little silver part there zooms in and out, gives you a good focus. And then on this side you can take a little snapshots, and it comes with software like this that when you put a coin under the zoom, focus it in the other way, focus, focus, hard to do, yes, 71D Kennedy half. Okay, it will give you a lot of room. Now, see the difference here. I'm gonna move all the way out, and then refocus. Come on, come on, come on. There. Okay. And I'm seeing something interesting there that I'm going to have to look into, because it's not something that I've seen before, but you might notice this right across there. That doesn't belong there, I don't believe. If I throw another one up here, see the difference? Yeah, pretty cool. So already I know what to look for right there. Now, notice my finger. I'll watch when I take my finger away. Didn't work. I got it. Okay, let me see. There, you can see a little bit of difference. See the shadow as it goes across there and makes it change. Now, watch cutting across. It changes the view as I move around. So shadows make a big difference in this game too. And when you get into magnifying, you'll find that a lot of shadows show you different stuff. That looks like an Adam's apple or something. Maybe we found something together. Wouldn't that be cool? So Kennedy Adam's apple. We'll see what that comes out to be. Maybe I'll show you that later on. But if I was, let's say I want to zoom in on that Adam's apple to find out what kind of a mark that is. I want to go all the way down as close as I can get. I'll show you over here what I'm doing. I bought this stand separately as well from it. You can find these things for like 30 bucks, the whole thing, stand and all. So I just didn't think I wanted to pay that much at first. So I just bought one at a time until I came up with the money. So now I'll do that, and then I'll use this to focus in just about there. Put it up on that spot right there. Okay, now you can see it right across there. See his mark? Cutting right across his neck right there. So that is an obvious dye mark. And that's what I'm going to look for later. Okay, so that's some of the things I look at. Take a magnet to it, eyeball it, look it over, take a hand loop, find some specific problems and areas. Sorry about that alarm. Get into some websites, find some areas that they look at. People already seen things, and give you an idea where to start. Get you a deeper magnifier, 1,000 magnification, something like that. You get too much more past that, and you're just starting to see all the little, just things that don't really matter. So, more than 1,000, I wouldn't worry about. Let's see, what else? The attachment for your cell phone, and a cell phone helps as well. As a few extra cameras to boot. So I hope this is helpful for you. Give me some feedback. I appreciate your comments. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Subscribe. But I hope this is helpful from you. Thanks. See you later.